Chatters, chatters.
Do you like what you see?
Street donate post champ, yes.
Do you like what you see? I'll take the blame for all
God, the speedrun. The speedrun was crazy. Speedrun category. Oh my god. Pain.
Don't need any extra attention. If I were you, I'd keep my distance. I'm no hero. I'm no
Christ, I had to hurry so much. I only got home like quarter to the hour. I had like 15 minutes total to do everything. Hi. PP overheat, guys. The overheating was real. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, it's not my favorite. I don't love coming home and immediately having to, like, you know, go. But we're doing something chill, so at least that. Apps. Is it just me if I do the VIP roulette, will I get it? It's based on the chatter list in Chatterino. Oh, not just me anymore. Just cheesing the system by doing it like really early in the stream. I guess you could, but it's only temporary VIP, so someone else redeeming it would take it away again at some point. It's not a super frequent redeem though, which kind of makes it more fun, I think. VIP roulette, okay. One of you four will become temporary VIP. Mega lol did it anyways. What notification? My Twitch. Oh, 5 gifts up. I was like, what the fuck is this? Okay, who is getting it? Number 2. It's Fire, yo! Temporary VIP Fire in the house. JKS. Enjoy the temporary yippee. Yippee. Big yippies. If you're doing well, chatters. We're gonna have like a slightly different angle with the camera, but hopefully it's fine. Surely it'll be fine. I'm kind of hyped, honestly, that we're doing It's Not a Bot Yippee. True. If there was no bots, I think, in the list. We've really cranked that, like, ever since we stopped having, like, ever since I implemented, like, blocked terms, I've had, like, way less, random bots in the chat. It's been so good. Yippee! Chatters! Yeah, I've had to, like, hurry so much to, there we go. Let me, like, fiddle with it a little bit. There you go. This should be fine. Let me put on some music so we're not sad silence. This is alright with you, even though you can, like, slightly see stuff on the side. Meow. It's like, it's a little bit of, like, maybe like this. There we go. That turned out fine. I wanted to just, like, bring it down a bit lower so you can see the part that we're working on better. There you go. Nabbit! Hi, good to see you. Oh, let me catch my breath for a sec, because yeah, I had like an appointment. I also visited my mum today, so, and the public transport despair was real today. There was just a lot of delays, so I only ended up getting home 15 minutes before the start of stream. Classic, yep. I cannot tell you 9 times out of 10 that I take public transport these days, there's some sort of delay or something that doesn't work. Yeah, it's unfortunately true. Why is it so quiet? Whatever. Currently feeling like I'm flaking to Ash and probably won't stay long. People giggles. No worries. We won't do super long today anyway. We have a hard cutoff in about 2 hours because Toby and me are watching the new Bake Off episode. This time we are not forgetting it. So I don't have time to stream after that, but I will be back on Saturday. I'm sorry. It happens. I've got work tomorrow and day after, and then on Friday, me and my friends are having a Halloween game night that I'm super excited for. And ooh, there's a hair. And there we go. It's gonna just be like that, alright? It's just gonna be like that when we don't have time. I want to join your game night. SMHing, ooh, sounds fun. Haps, yeah. I'm very hyped for it. Like, I love my board game group so much, and we're gonna be playing all of our, like, spooky themed games. But Saturday, Despair, Match. I'm also streaming Sunday if you don't have time Saturday. Who's messaging me? Some fella. Ah, Jesus. Oh, yippee. Yeah, we're doing both days, don't worry. I think this is fine. This is out of view, right? Surely. Yep. There we go. Perfect. That's already a lock-in because I can yap. I can yap and diamond paint. I think I am gonna do this section to the left because it's smaller. That's like the only reason. We don't really have that much time to do diamond painting today and also do Noxcraft, so we're gonna start with the smaller one. And maybe if we got like really lock in, we might not do Noxcraft and instead finish the diamond painting, but I honestly don't know how I want to approach it. There we go. But yeah, oh my god. I had to wake up early tomorrow, travel, do all the shenanigans, but everything went relatively well, so I'm excited about that. We just need some P's. Where's the little P? Honestly, I want to do the pluses first, I think. Plus, where are you? Where are you? And I'm so alright. That's P. Tasty peas, yeah, we need peas. I'm glad we went with that and not the other option for P. Where's the plus? I swear to God, I'm just blind. Oh, there it is. Found it. EcoJS. Truing. That's that song in a nutshell. But yeah, since I last saw you, I honestly have not done the most amount ever. I did a bit more work on my thesis related stuff. Day 7 happy, yippee! Lovely. Thank you so much for the 7 watch streak, I really appreciate it. Goats in the house. Day. And what was I? Yeah, so I did a bit of more work. I'm trying to find like a method. I'm trying out now Canva whiteboard for this. I'm trying to find a ways that I could like visually try to organize and structure my paper, because normally I kind of just do everything in, oh by the way, sorry if I'm quiet, I haven't pulled the microphone closer. Normally I organize everything in the document that I'm writing my paper in, but that works for a term paper. That doesn't really work for a thesis, just because it's way longer. If you're wondering at all, because I know this is different depending on different universities and countries and everything, my previous papers were, like the longest paper I had to write was like I think 20 to 25 pages of content. I got away with doing 20 there. And my thesis has to be minimum 35. So you see that jump in amount, really. Which means I already have some, yeah, it's 35 to 60, and this is content only, by the way, holy moly, yeah. Not title pages, but a bibliography, appendixes, anything, just actual content that you've written. So, a wedge. Bigger wedge with the T again. There it is. So, basically, some stuff that might work for a shorter paper, like the ones I've written before, does not work if you have at least 30-40% more to write, if not even more. But I want to have like a way that I don't lose track of information, that I can structure things better. And I want it to be visual, not written out or anything like that. I want it to be like literally puzzle piecing together the sources and quotes and stuff that I'm using. So I'm trying out a few options. I found some stuff, but that was like clunky and not very comfortable to use. So I'm just gonna see if I can't literally put everything on the same page using the whiteboard function on Canva. And also, I don't want to make like a billion accounts. Like, you know, one of my least favorite things ever is if you try out a service and it doesn't even let you look at it and it wants you to make an account immediately. This is only beaten by services that want you to subscribe immediately. I'm like, bitch, I don't even know what you have to offer. You want me to pay for something I've not tried? What the fuck? So, yeah. Yes, yeah, I'm just like, brother, get a grip. Get a grip. So true. Just absolutely get a grip. So, I was like looking around for a bunch of stuff, and I found something that was kind of cool, but then I looked at it, it was like super outdated. It literally was like, oh, this is a place to unify all of your different elements of doing academic research, and it started with support for Microsoft Word 2003. And I was like, I looked at the program after I downloaded it and tested it, and I was like, yeah, I could see why it mentions that version, because this program looks like it was made at the time when that was the current Microsoft version, Microsoft Word version. So yeah, it was very clunky. Did not enjoy. So for me to have longevity with programs like that, I need to like find the user experience comfortable. Yeah, so I'm going to try out this whiteboard approach and still do like a bunch of research, because I have a vision of what I want the process to be like, but I just need tools to help me do it, basically. And of course I also need to write, about. Because the meeting I had with my classmate was like inspirational, but also made me like be like, oh my god, this guy is so far advanced. But to be fair, he had plans to submit his thesis in the summer. So at the end of the summer semester, meeting in September, and he realized he needed more time and everything. So it makes sense why he's written like that much already and everything, because he had a completely different timeline to me. But yeah, so I was like simultaneously inspired, but also a bit like PP overheat in seeing how much he's done and how good the stuff he did as well was. And I was like, bruh, alas. A bit of that inspiration, but also intimidation combo. Oh, nice. So since then I did that work, then I played a bit on Toby's new like little server with just like friends and family and stuff. Like his family, not like our combined family. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, it was very fun. I only had like time for a little bit though, but like, cause I'm like, this is kind of funny to have just like Toby's friends, like all of us, and then it's just his siblings who are just like normies, as in like they're not Minecraft creators or anything like that. They're just like normal people playing Minecraft. But they were nice. I mean, not that I expected them to be nice. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'd be like so whatever, but. I might like see if today there's a bit of time after I've streamed and after we've watched Bake Off for us to play. You never know. But that was kind of like fun. But because I didn't want to like go to bed too late today, to wake up tomorrow. To wake up this morning because I had that early appointment. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna overdo it. So I watched the new episode of Last Week Tonight, as I always do whenever it's available. It was a good one. It was about the election, I know. And honestly, that shit awares. Any Americans in the chat currently? Because what the fuck? Honestly, you could say that about any recent US election, but like, what the fuck? If you're eligible to vote and you are a US citizen, your asses better fucking vote, because this shit be close. Uncomfortably close. Or I feel like it might be Jova. It's just like a second Trump term. I feel like it might be Jova. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is over dramatic because the US survived the first term, and I'm like, but did they though? Look at the fucking judicial system. Did they? Let's be real, okay? Let's be fucking real. a lot of people did in fact not survive that term. And a lot of lasting consequences that are very negative have happened because that man was in office. So it is a justified level of alarmism. So ding dong. Yeah, they literally fucking did not. People fucking died. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, people are always like, liberals are being too dramatic. I'm like, bitch, there was a pandemic. People died. People lost their right to have an abortion. The courts are severely stacked with conservative nut jobs. Shit be real, okay? So yeah, do exercise your right to vote, Janice. Generally, this applies even if you're not American, because the right, the drift, or I should say, the slide to the right affects, like, most of our countries, I'd say. So that shit is not to be ignored, Lamau. But that, and then I've been watching more Defunct TV, which is a series by Defunct Land about defunct TV shows, and it's so good. I've almost watched like all of it, unfortunately, but the host of that channel, Kevin Perjurer, is like he has just such a good narrator voice. And all his content is like really well done and put together. I'm just like, people, wow. He can get it. Yeah. So that was kind of me, and then I woke up, and today I did more reading of how do I sexy the like advice book, which I didn't read that much because I spent most of my time while I was traveling trying to crochet. But oh my god, this crochet pattern for the fingerless glove is actually kicking my ass. I had to like undo like almost my entire progress because I kept making errors in how I interpreted the pattern. And oh my god, it's the worst. And you have to like rip open rows on rows on rows of content of hard work. Because I got into like row about 24, so when you start doing the finger divisions, which is where I fucked up originally in the past, and it fucked up again. I was like, oh, and then I tried to like focus even closer on the pattern and where I went wrong. I realized I made a mistake like at the very beginning of the entire like section that wasn't the little ruffled wristband, right? So I had to undo the entire thing I did except the wristband. So oof. I didn't really end up doing all that much progress on mostly despair. Yeah, it was a true despair moment. But to be fair, sometimes these patterns are just confusing. So it happens. It sucks, but sometimes like if I can't find the error, or the error was a long time ago, I just have to undo everything. Like there's just nothing you can do at that point. So hopefully I'm trying my best to not do that error, but the most complicated thing is that at the end of each row, because it's a row, right? Hello, I can only be here for like 3 minutes. Oh, no worries. Hi, Turtle. We're doing some yapping while diamond painting. But the biggest difficulty I always have is if I crochet in rows, it's like super easy to finish a row, right? Because you're at the end of your piece of work. Whereas if you're doing circles, then it's a continuous line that you have to like interrupt whenever the end of a row has happened, unless it's a spiral. But this is not a spiral pattern, and I always find those so difficult because the thing that I fucked up was that at the end of each row it would say slip stitch, which just connect into the first crochet you did, the first stitch you did, and I kept doing it in the first stitch I did, as in the chain that I had to do at the start of that row, which yeah, that like distorted the lines when I went along. But it's still really difficult to find out if you should count the chains or not as part of the stitches. I run up on it, apparently should not. I have, which was the main error I made, so yeah. This is not really that legible for anyone who doesn't crochet, so I won't yap on, but alas, I had to undo my entire project, basically, except the part I had previously finished. And yeah. I wanted to, like, at some point, be able to fully have figured out this pattern and make a successful mitten pair. That's my goal with this, but I don't think I will ever redo this pattern because it's just such a pain. But now that I've started on it, I do want to finish it, you know? It's that kind of vibe. Yeah, so I had my little appointment in the morning, and all I did basically on the way to was to try to do this crochet pattern. And then I met up with my mum, and we went to her house, and it was fun because she picked me up with the car, she and my stepmom, and they had the dog with them, Nala, in the back of the car, and I was also sat in the back of the car, so she was just sat next to me, and I got to pet her for like an hour. Best. I also got literally marinated in dog fur, so yeah. happens. So that was kind of a nice time. And then me and my mum had like a little bit of like food and some tea and just hung out and did some yapping. And then I went back here, back home, and I really tried because I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll be home by like shortly after 4 p.m. BST. So I'll have like about 40 minutes, 50 minutes until the start of stream. I'll have time to do everything. But then I arrived at the train station, which I would have to take a train to, and then after that a bus to, so I'd be home. And they were like, yep, the next 2 trains will just not stop at your station. So I couldn't board them. They were like, yep, we're just gonna not wait there. And I was like, oh. I was like, and it was also really cold today. Anyone got the cold? Because it wasn't even that cold. It was just really windy. And so I was like stood at the train station for like a solid 30 minutes in the cold, windy atmosphere, just like praying I'd get home in time for the start of the stream. But again, I normally wouldn't have made the stream early, then I would have put it later to have a bit of an extra buffer, but because of Bake Off, I couldn't. Alien Dance, hello Yellow Nation Alien Dance, Toby! I was just talking about how we have Bake Off plans later, that's why I can't make my stream later. And had to rush from being home to be able to do 2 hours. Oh shit, yes, yeah. Yes. This time. Did not forget it all. I literally reminded you again. This man, SMH. I was also talking about us playing on your little server for a bit. I've been doing 1000 things awkward. No, I'm kidding. I'm just making fun of you because fun. And how I got to meet your family, and then I was like, and like the whole thing I was like, oh, it's a server of your friends and family, and I was like, it sounds a bit strange. When's the Tubby XE grandparents on the SMP? People giggles. Yeah, that's good vibe. I do want to play more. Whenever there's a bit of time. A spot of time, if you will. I doth yap. Silly. I think it's a very funny combination to have like Toby's, like me and Toby's other friends, and then Toby's siblings. And there's good mods. Chat, this man put like every create expansion in there. If it says create, it's in there. Boop boop boop. No. Garnished. We can't have a repeat of the nut incident. Well, then almost all. That is the most ominous name, by the way. The nut incident. It can hardly be more sus. Yeah, I also like still like the tiniest bit sick, but literally just a little bit of dryness in the throat and slightly stuffy nose. Otherwise, we are chilling. We are leisuring. Hyped to soon no longer be sick. Bro, just dry. Yeah, I'm just dried up. Getting there, guys. Haps. Look at that. We already have this little sec to go. Yippee. I've got a drink as well because I'm dying. The kitty, yeah. Little guy. He's so people cute, right? He's so cute. Petting the cat. Yeah, oh wait, this one's actually already issue, right? Yeah, okay, this is where the line is. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but sometimes it will just allow me to play stuff even though there's plastic on there still, so it is a bit of an issue. That's why I tend to like mark off the area so I know where the stickiness ends, where there's like still protective plastic over it. Yeah. Boom. Oh my god, chat, I like... Sometimes I wish I had more time. So many things are going on at the moment, and this, like, many fun things, many exciting things, but it also means I can't quite always do my like normal routine things, like streaming as much as I want to, because of those other obligations. Do our best, so but yeah, man, it was so windy and cold. I've had the first time this year I've had a, not this year, but the first time since the summer that I've had a knitted jumper on. Look at this jumper. This is like one of my favorite ones I own. Ta-da! Look at this, and it's like very baggy and big, but not thick. It's not super thick. It's like thinner. Wait, there you go, like this. Cute. Yeah, this is original Yellow Dad jumper, as in like it's literally previously from my dad, and well, it was always from my dad. You know what I mean? It was previously worn by my dad. I think he got it in the 90s, honestly. I think this jumper's older than me. But it's so good, because it's got like, I don't even know if I can show you this without like a very awkward angle, but let's see. It's got buttons. It's got like a buttoned collar, and like a collared section as well. It's like one of the best ever. Truly, the contributions of Yellow Dad to my wardrobe are unmatched. Truly. Many of my like favorite, especially jumpers, they just fucking did them differently in the 90s. I'm so for real. Oh, by the way, guess who beat the expert mode in Turbo? Meowdy. Oh my god, you maniac. You don't do things halfway, do you? That is very impressive, I'm glad to hear. Regrets. Goat. Otherwise, I am leisurely. Oh yeah, one thing I mentioned, the scalp scrub. I tried it out. It was like alright. It was like solid, but not the best thing I've ever used. That's an update. I almost did it first try, but made a little mistake at the end, so I had to try it again, and this time you won. Yo, guys. I think for me the best strategy is 100% getting one of the price, like one of the sales points fixed in price, so I only have to pay attention to one of them. Just because for me, trying to pay attention to both of the price points and how much oil is being depleted is just like a little bit too much. Ooh, this one's wrong. Why are you here, my bro? What was your prerogative? You do not belong here. There you go. Yes, yeah, that's it's like I feel like from a strategic point, but also from just like a my brain point, it's the best way forward. Get lock in, guys. Are you ready to lock the fuck in? Yeah, so we'll see. But to be fair, I might honestly, depending on if they have processed my overtime, I might take at least partially Thursday off because I need more time. I need more time to do like both work on my thesis and also to do some more household cleaning. Be here. Hi Daniel, welcome in. But if they haven't processed it, well, whatever. Sick. It was very nice to see my mum though and hang out with my family. My dog. He's very cute. I'm always a bit like, the only thing is like she really hates cameras in her face. If you're wondering, it's this Nala, who's if you have ever been here at the start of the stream, who's in the starting soon. This is her. She is my mum and my stepmom's dog, so the family dog basically. She's super lovely. She's very just personable with her family pack. A little bit shy around like other people, but very affectionate and everything. But and she's a really pretty and just like cute dog, right? But she really is camera shy. Like whenever you literally put a camera, any kind of photo camera pointing towards her face, she will like turn away. So it's quite difficult to get a straight on close up shot of her face. So you have to be a little bit sneaky with it at times. But if she wasn't, if let's say, right, and we've always said this in our family, if she was a bit more into cameras, she would be like the prime candidate for an Instagram famous dog. Because she's basically like sort of like a wolf dog type, so she looks like a wolf. And she's really got like a really expressive face and everything. But she's not about that life. She does not care about Instagram fame. Or like any kind of online fame, but she would kill it if she cared, you know? If anyone knows Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, there's a song in it that's like, I could if I wanted to. That's her with social media fame, literally. She could slay if she wanted to, but she's just content to be our dog. And she's like such a lady as well. Like she will literally sit, like she will lay down and she will lay down like this, like unironically, like little lady, like boom, and it's so cute. We have a bunch of pictures of her doing it. And I don't know. It's such a little character trait of hers. People, wow. Oop. Yeah, but like because I was spent a lot of time crocheting today. I was like expecting to read more instead, but alas, still reading the advanced readers copy, and then we'll see. It's either gonna end up being my next read is probably gonna be the book for my reading challenge this month because I've only read one of them, which was Dolores Claiborne was for the easy reading challenge, and then there's another romance one, which is another. What's their name? What's his name? It's another Alexis Hall book. There we go. And it's one of the Victorian level. Victorian era books. Let me look it up because I don't remember it. The title exactly, but something fabulous. Yeah, because the theme for October for the romance tropes was royalty. But that one, I need to still buy it. That's why I haven't read it yet, because I don't own a copy of it, or at least I need to like find a copy of it somehow. But honestly, I have enjoyed so far my time with Alexis Hall, so not where I wanted to. There you go. Boom, got it. Yippee! Now only these two, and then this section, and then we're kind of done. We'll see. Chat, what do you think? Should we do Noxcraft, or should we try to finish the diamond painting? Because I don't think we have time for both, but we might have time to finish the diamond painting. If we lock in. What are you thinking? Try to finish it. Yes, yes. We'll see. Choices. Yeah, it's because of like, I don't have time otherwise this week, so it would like delay the finishing of this a whole week. I could switch. I think we have Hardcore Minecraft. Let me check it. I think we have Hardcore Minecraft for Sunday, if I remember correctly. Yep, I could just switch the Hardcore on Sunday to be Noxcraft instead. Alright, we'll do it like that. I will leave the title, however, because just in case we are extra speedy, I also have time to do Noxcraft, but I'm unsure. Nope. Those two. As Pez. As a Pezza. There we go. Looking strong. Yeah, so something fabulous. And then I do want to try this month read Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. This is, I think, the only Aidan Thomas book I've not read. It's the author of Cemetery Boys and also the Sunbearer Trials. Sunbearer Trials, one of my favorite mythology books. Trying to find like a second actor. I'd say queer mythology, honestly, because it's got a trans main character, lots of other queer rep as well. It's like such a good book, and I'm so hyped for the second book. It comes out this December, I think. Comes out this year for sure, and I'm very hyped for it. Let's get the black, honestly, out of the way. Where art thou, my friend? There we go. Because these are like the nice shiny ones. That's all of this outline down here. Yeah. Sunbear Trials and Cemetery Boys was also quite good. Not as good as the Sunbear Trials in my opinion, but also still really good. And I got Lost in the Neverwoods. I think this was a Christmas present. I'm pretty sure from Elle. I think it was one of the ones we picked out together when we met up at that time. So it's been lying around for a while unread because I wanted to wait for the right moment. Hey, Persona here. Hi, welcome in. We're doing some diamond painting right now. Getting very close to finishing this one. It's been a long project. I'm yapping a bit about various things, like what I'm planning to read. And of course, oh, Jesus Christ. Shiny, yeah, it's very shiny. Look. Yippee! Sorry. Try not to have my voice die. There we go. So yeah, and then obviously any kind of like academic reading I still have to do. But I kind of have to force myself to not read as much as I hypothetically could because I will struggle to just take in the information and not just like let it wash over me. Obviously, if I'm reading anything for my thesis, I have to like take notes, do quotes, like connection, and also try to understand the text on a deeper level and see if there's anything I can use. It's not really the same as like reading for fun. So if I've read too much for work, basically for uni, I have to. But I still want to read something. I have to like alternate it with some sort of entertainment. There's a hair. Come on, free. Frick. Boom. Boom. Oops. Add that. No. Speed running this. Yeah, this one I think mostly covered. There's two up there. Boom. Got it. And now the minuses and the dashes and then some T's over here. And we're good. We've already done this section. In record time, I might add. We might get away with less than... We might get away with like barely an hour. C. Oh my god, also this is like so funny. I took the tram over to meet up with my mum and my family in general after I had my appointment, and I was sat in this, it was like it's like in the middle of the train. They had like seats facing each other as opposed to like going in like either direction of travel or against direction of travel. And I sat down, and literally on the seat right in front of me, like one to the left, another person sat. And I looked at them and I was like, damn, this person's wearing a really cool outfit. And then I looked even closer. They had like such a nicely coordinated outfit. They were literally wearing like a brown longer sleeve shirt with a cream colored vest, like a sweater vest, with a black jacket on top. They had a cream-colored hat with a brown bear that exactly matched the colors of the shirt, and then like black jeans and docks. So this was like some gay individual in the wild. Very nicely color coordinated black jacket, and they had a Miffy bag. And I was like sat almost across from them, literally in a knitted, like my knitted jumper, right, jeans, and like my normal regular trousers and jacket, nothing too coordinated, but also with a Miffy bag on my lap. Different design Miffy though. I have like the eyes and the little crossed mouth, and they had like the little three faces. And I was like looking at them, and then they were looking like at me. We were kind of like eyeing, and I was like hyping myself up to try and like give them a compliment, just because I'm always like, not even like from like an like coming on at all really kind of way, more just like, I always think more positivity in the world is a good thing, and it's hype to get complimented on your outfit. And it seemed like they put a lot of effort into coordinating it, right? So I was like hyping myself up, and just as I reached the station, I left, and I like, as I was getting up, I like leaned over to them because they were wearing headphones too, so I didn't want to be like super chatty or anything. And I leaned over, and I was like, by the way, I think your outfit's really cool. And I was like, oh, especially the Miffy bag, and I pointed like between our bags. And they were like, oh, thank you. I had noticed this as well, that we both had the bag. And then I left, and I was like so proud that I actually did end up giving that compliment. So shout out random person on the bus, I guess. Well, not even the bus, on the train. The tram. But yeah, they were like everything with the coordination. I was like so impressed. Yippee, choo choo, yeah. I do feel like I'm kind of like, sometimes I'm kind of glad that this is like maybe a weird point because maybe people are like not super introspective about this, but sometimes I'm glad I'm like a little shorter and like slighter kind of guy compared to, let's say, like someone like my dad who's a big burly fella. That because I feel like if I looked more physically intimidating, people would take those kind of compliments in less open ways. You know what I mean? I always am kind of like not self-conscious, but like aware of this fact. So I am a bit thankful that I look like a young twink. Because I don't think a lot of people will think I'm threatening. Really. At least I hope I don't come across that way. There we go. Speed run. Yeah. Then one more. Boom, and then just the dashes. We're doing so well. And the timing. Now the dashes are for the final bit here. And then we can rip open the next section. How we do. Boop. Boop. Song. From Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Yeah, this is the autumn video game music playlist, so I didn't curate this myself. That's basically always the case, like, not always, but a lot of times if you're hearing music you've not normally heard on the channel, it's because I picked a pre-made playlist as opposed to one of our made. There we go! Yippee! Look at that! We did it, JKS. Now we just need to very carefully, because I think I did cover some instances accidentally, but there was still plastic on here. There we go. I'll move this over here and cover this little section. I'll leave the dark purple out. There we go. Also, I've got to get the house to myself for a bit, nearing the end of the month, which is very exciting. I always like when I have a bit of air and space to do like some big cleaning and any kind of just big chill vibes, big leisuring. But also at the same time, obviously at the moment I'm not super relaxed even like anyway, because I'm kind of in the will I sign up my thesis soon or not situation. Like, is it this month or is it next month? Because yeah, tense. And also just the logistics of the actual signing up are like kind of complicated, because you have to get a signature from your main advisor and then also your secondary advisor, and you have to do like a bunch of really annoying administrative work, both like written in person and also online. Like some you have to send via mail and this whole shebang, and you're like, ugh, killing myself. But alas, happens. Oh, I didn't even help my mom about it. I just remembered something I wanted to talk to my mom about, but I forgot. We didn't really end up having as much time as I thought. There's too much going on. But there we go. Honestly, I'm just gonna use this sheet liberally. Go. Yippee! Shadow. Very bottom. I'm gonna try and make it so that I always use up, like fill up every section that that particular stone is in, and then we're done with it. Oop. Yippee! God. A lot of things to juggle at the moment. It really is. Not always like in a negative way, like a lot of stuff is just I'm juggling it because I want to enjoy and not like put it on a back burner. At the same time also of course some stuff is just more difficult for me because of like executive function and shit. So it just takes more work to get certain things to go the way I want them to, slash the way they need to do, they need to go, and to, you know, not crash and burn. Okay, got a free fill. That final section. This one stone. What about you, chatters? What's been going on with you? How was your day today? Group. I'm just vibing and going through the games on the Steam Next Fest page. Oh, I should check that. I've seen that it's available. I always like to check if there's any like Next Fest specific demos or something that I don't want to miss out on. Because some do get taken down after the end of Next Fest, obviously, to like basically take on the feedback that people have given and improve upon it. So there are some that, same with like Gamescom or anything, there are some that are just time limited. I don't mind necessarily, but it does put a little bit of timeline of how, if I do want to actually play that on stream, how I have to handle it. Oh my gosh, I need to do more of this. There we go. And then the rest is like L. Take the L out. It's just you guys an L. Too many good jokes there. Go. Oop. Oop. Ta-da! All of it. Okay, the main one is E and triangle. Just have T in the black one, so I think I'll go with the black next. There's quite a lot of black on this as well. Guys, I also got reminded because I was watching those defunct TV episodes. I got reminded of like some stuff from my childhood, and there was like something called diddle when I was a kid. That was like so. Just I don't know. It had so much charm because like it was like a collecting thing, but it was blocks of paper. It was like not even stationary necessarily, just like what's the word? Just like not lined paper, but checkered paper with different designs and scents and like effects and stuff with like a set of characters. And me and my friends, we used to collect them. It was like super big in the 2000s. And then it just suddenly dipped. But apparently it's kind of making a comeback. I've seen some stuff. And I was like reminded, because I have folders and folders of these collectible pages with like different designs and sniff paper and everything. It was like so cool at the time. I saw a bunch of people like selling stuff related to it secondhand. Diddle, yes, Diddle, my icon, my Slage. I didn't even know how big the market for it is, but it was like pretty big in the 2000s, at least in Germany, I'd say. Because I remember this. This was so I had like such vivid memories of this. But me and my friend decided like we were like elementary school age, and I went to the after school program in my school, and I was like a nice kid who was nice to the other to the teachers who were in the after school program. Not even teachers, they were like educators, right? There was this one lady who I loved. Like she was super artsy and she was like a really like free spirit, absolute icon. And one day she was like, because she knew that me and my friends, we were part of the people collecting diddle stuff. She was like, oh yeah, my daughter who's like grown up now used to collect like but she has like a whole folder. Do you want to have it? Like just like that, because she doesn't use it anymore. We're like, oh my god, yes. So we got this folder of these vintage, not super rare, but some were a little rarer, of these vintage diddle pages from this educator's daughter. And it was like fucking Christmas. It was like literally the best day ever. And I still have all of my collection in the basement. Like, I own it still, and I'm so happy about it. It was like the best times ever. Because like, I feel like every kid in my grade was obsessed with collecting something. We had diddle, we had like, because it was around my first grade was when the 2006 World Cup was. That's how old I am. So we were all obsessed with collecting the World Cup stickers, because it was like a good time. And then there was also wrestling chips were big. I don't know, collection was just like the shit. And then obviously Pokemon cards at some point as well. Like collecting was just so big amongst my particular peer group. Yeah, Diddle Page is big. So I got this entire collection, like this entire massive folder from this educator's daughter. And then also, I got some things from my grandma. This is like the craziest thing. I remember one day going to her house, to her apartment, and realizing that some of the decorative items she had were actually diddle items, and I asked if I could have them. And I did get to have them, so that was like super cool. I had like a bunch of like 80s and 90s diddle stuff in the early 2000s CP. It was like the best. Those like moments were actual god level. Also, compared like connected to the collection of stuff. What also was super big was this was like the era when supermarkets where I lived started doing point collection things, like point collection with reward systems, where the rewards would give you collectible items such as stickers. And the World Wildlife Foundation did a collaboration with one of the supermarket chains to get a collectible stickers book. So for every, I think it was for every €5 or €10 of value spent at the store, you would get a sticker pack. And obviously, this was like a fancier super. This was Rewe, by the way. So this was one of the fancier, like upper scale-ish supermarkets, which my family didn't go to loads. Not enough anyway to get enough sticker packs to fill up the book. So me and my friends were like the most enterprising little shits, but honestly affectionate. We were smart as shit. We just, after school, would go to the Rewe that was like near where we went to school and stand at the tills, at the end of the tills. Because obviously, right, not everyone who was going to shop there actually wanted the stickers, especially older adults. So every time there was like an adult without any children, we would go up to them after they had paid and had gotten like sticker packs, be like, hey, do you want your sticker pack or not? Like, it would be so lovely if we could have it. We collected everything. And we literally would run, like, go from till to till for like an hour or two straight. Yeah, and we would actually score so fucking hard. We would score so hard. So because we did this to get our collections completed, loads of these collection things where there was like limited time to get stickers or anything like that, I never completed them because I didn't have the financial means as a child. My family wasn't like as well situated as they are nowadays, and I say as well being middle class. But at the time, this was like a time where we would just not go to those supermarkets often enough, or we would not. I would get like a few packets of stickers of something, and then the runtime of that collection went off, and I never completed them. But because me and my friends did this tactic of literally begging people to give us their sticker packs at the supermarket, well, we would like bat our eyes. We were like, at this was like when we were like 9 or 10 years old, by the way, if you're wondering for cuteness factor we could leverage. That's the only collection that those World Wildlife Foundation stickers is the only collection I ever completed. And in fact, I did one entire book, and this is like I think 150 or so stickers. I finished it with every single design being present, and I almost filled up another entire book. The other book I got like 80% or so complete. So this is what I'm saying. Hustling works, guys, okay? Hustling works. But I was just reminded of this because of watching those defunct TV videos. I was like, man, those are some memorable times. And yeah, so if you're ever wondering, like, what the fuck is this guy on? Looking? Hi, Addy! We're closing in on getting it done today. Oh, we're locking in. Oh, sorry. I thought you were looking. We're locking in. So true. When in doubt, lock in. But yeah, so if you're ever wondering, where does that collection gene come from in me? Because now I collect like loads of different things. I've always been a collector. Hey, hi Robbie, how are you? I've literally collected things from early childhood, and I love it. It gives me so much joy. There we go. Okay, all the shinies are done. Alright, doing alright? That's good to hear. We're trying to lock in to finish this diamond painting today. Let's get the minuses. It's minus time. That's like those three and then this dash here. Hello. Yeah, we're talking a bit about like childhood collections and the little strategies I applied to try and complete collections and stuff. Oh, you know what I saw as well? Okay, I want to know, did anyone have, like, I don't know about you, I mean, I was a very gay kid, like, this is not a surprise, guys, and I was thankfully giving, aside from being gay, but I'm just saying, like, I got a lot of leeway from my family for playing with different types of toys, so I did have a reasonable number of dolls as a child. I was a very good doll dad. But yeah, so did anyone remember baby born dolls? One check. Because I was obsessed with them as a child. I was actually obsessed. Yes, yeah, they were like fucking everywhere in the 2000s. Oh my god. And I begged and to get one, but they were super expensive. This is like a fun fact, by the way. I essentially got bribed to go to therapy. This is like the clickbait title you'd put as the YouTube video. I got bribed by my grandma to go to speech therapy as a child. Basically, she was like, if you go to speech therapy, I will buy you a baby born doll for Christmas. And I was like, yeah, alright. It's not that I necessarily didn't want to go, just that it was like a little bit of a pain to do because it was hard work to try and fix like some speech issues I had as a child. So my grandma was just like the fucking Giga Chan, was like, I know how to appeal to this kid is by giving him what he wants. But to be fair, my mum wouldn't have like, it's not really my mum not wanting me to have one, but more like honestly probably like financial reasons. However, I did do the speech therapy and she held her word. My grandma and I got a baby born doll for Christmas that very year. Because she was the one who drove me there. That's why she had like the opportunity to try and bribe me. And it worked. It fucking worked. And I'd say my speech is alright. Pretty good. Because I had like a little bit of like stuttering issues. Not stuttering, but I had like slurry S's. Which honestly in hindsight was probably good because I've always had, I've said this, let's say I normally don't have dry mouth issues, to say it politely, so I think it was more that than necessarily anything else, but alas. So I got bribed. And I was like super obsessed. But like I've never fed my baby born doll, by the way, because I got so freaked out by the if you don't know anything about them, they're basically baby dolls that were advertised heavily that you could feed them and give them a bottle with either milk or not actual milk, but like specially formulated milk, and you could give them water and everything, and they would go potty. But I read the pamphlet about how to take care of your baby born doll, and explain the process of making sure that it doesn't grow moldy. And it was basically this is a little graphic, but it was basically give your doll a water enema every time you used it. Every time you fed it anything or given it the special milk, you would have to flush it with water to make sure there's nothing stuck in the doll that would grow mold. What? I can't? Yeah, because this was like 2000s technology. This was not super sophisticated. And I was so petrified of my water torture. Yes, you had to waterboard your doll. No, I was so petrified of my doll growing mold inside of it that I never fed it. I only gave it water. Her name was Laura, by the way. But then I renamed her. I had like a bunch of I had like 3 main dolls that I always kind of swapped the names out of. My very first one was called Lily. I've always liked the name Lily. And then the second one, the reborn one, was originally called Laura, and then later was renamed to Becky. Rebecca. Don't know why. They just were that. Those were the names. But I was so obsessed with it. The saddest part that I was so upset with, because I like dolls, but I hated pink. I was not one of those boys who love pink. I was really not a pink person. And it was like the era, the 2000s for Baby Born was very much like everything was pink. Which wasn't always the case, by the way. In the 90s, Baby Born was like way more colourful. So my hack was, and when I found this out, I was so upset that everything that was like in the stores was literally just white, pink, and like purple. So my hack to get more variety in my doll's clothing was to go to flea markets and try to find older clothing sets. So, and I did. I still have a lot of shit in storage as well because I want to give that to my kids in the future. So there's just something cool about having vintage toys and like handing down your own toys to your kids. Yeah, so I always went for flea markets to stock up. Both from a price point, it was way more affordable, but mostly from a design point, because I wanted my kids to look like not a stereotypical representation of girlhood in the 2000s. But I was reminded of this because I was in a shop and they had a Baby Born advent calendar, and I was like, this is so cool. And I looked in the back and they actually had like a lot of different outfits and everything, like a little Christmas hat for the doll and such. So, man, kids be eating good with advent calendars these days. As a kid, I only got like a chocolate one, which was still good, but you know. As an adult, I tend to go for like one chocolate one. Like I always get like a random chocolate one from my family. I should say, not to discredit them. I don't get a random one. I get a Lindt chocolate one, which is the best. So Lindt chocolate. And then I like myself, I tend to get one that has like some sort of objects. Last year I had from this one self-care brand, like organic self-care, I got a calendar which had like, you know, typical things like hand cream, stuff like that, shampoo, conditioner, lip balm, this kind of stuff. That was really fun. I haven't decided what to get this year though, because I'm kind of like, maybe if there's a Lego one, I might get a Lego one. Maybe not. I haven't decided. Need to do more research. Are you guys collectors? I want to know. And if so, what do you collect? Because I have like so many things that I love collecting. Oh, by the way, I was just thinking about it because I'm like, thinking about other dolls I had. Through my grandma, I actually had 2 dolls that were ceramic and non-actively collect die, card decks, and postcards. Yo, that's epic. I love postcards as well. There we go. The brown is done. Because I don't know where she got them from, but they were ceramic. They weren't plastic. So they were a little bit fragile. I think they were porcelain actually. They weren't ceramic. And I remember to this day, I had one, which was then the one who got renamed to Laura after I had after the Baby Born. I got that one and I renamed, the name was previously the Baby Born ones got given to the new doll and then it got a new name. But yeah, my dad might still have our porcelain dolls. And then I had another one who I think I honestly also named Lily. I think I was kind of getting uncreative at that point. And I remember to this day, right, the day where I accidentally broke her foot. And we always had plans to fix it, but like I knocked her foot against something, and just the foot like broke off the heel. So she basically became disabled because we never ended up fixing that foot. But to be fair, she was also so young that she wasn't like walking age, and also she was not alive. But what was kind of cool, honestly, in hindsight, as a kid, I didn't think it remarkable because it shouldn't be remarkable. But as an adult, I'm kind of like, wait, this is actually really sick because of the two ceramic dolls, one was like a very traditional doll in the Western sphere, like blonde, like wavy, longer hair, that kind of energy. But the other doll, unfortunately, the one with the broken foot, was actually a black girl porcelain doll with like black hair and darker skin and everything. And I was like, in hindsight, this was like one of the only black dolls I remember seeing as a child, and it was one that I owned. So, and it was like part of my like play pretend family. And so it was just like very normalized for me personally to have one of my children in my play pretend world be black. And I was like, this is cool. Because I've seen quite a lot of sort of video essays about the topic of diversity in children's toys. And that made me realize, like, wait, it was actually kind of uncommon for me to have access to any kind of non-white dolls. So, and I still own all of these dolls, by the way. I do have one as well that's like a bigger doll that's like a 3-4-year-old child kind of size, which is the only boy of the group. But I got him pretty late. The main doll's name is Sam, but I forgot if I gave him a different name or if I let him keep his name. Oh yeah, I love that collection so much. I have so much, I don't know. There you go. That was like good times. Plushies obviously were also great. Many things. Just passion is so... having like interests in things you're just like joyous about is like the best thing ever. It's having this yap, and like I was telling my mum about this, and I agree with this, where one of the things I find the most despairing about, not to sound like an old fucker, but the current age, is kind of how widespread pessimism and cynical worldviews are, and it's sort of generally having a very negative view of the world and the future and everything like that, which just really depresses me. Not even the actual things that are obviously bad in the world, because they are, but the fact that so many people are just kind of resigned to it. I had a favourite kindergarten teacher, and I named a lot of my toys after her, but I don't remember why I was such a huge fan of hers. Was that like a contemplative, or was this like a, I don't know, Baby James having formed a certain impression? But yeah, so it is one of my greatest pet peeves. It's not even pet peeves, but like one of the greatest shames in my personal opinion. Because I think there's many things that are amazing in the current day and age. This is meant to be here, yes. Yeah. And I was telling her about having that conversation with fun fact, the teacher in question is still my dad's name. Aw, that's fun. And I was telling her how I had that with a talk with my advisor, where we did also talk about the concept of futuristic optimism and how we both are fans of it. And my mom was like, she like opened up her arms and she gave me like a hug. She was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that I managed to raise a positive person." And I was like, "Oh, like a very nice moment with her," which is true. I'm very happy. Like even though I've paused, I know. Like even though I've obviously also faced some adversity, but I've sighing slash pause. Yeah, it was like very sweet because I feel like it's easy if like some of my life experiences to go through them and come out and be very jaded by them, which is not like not to blame anyone for that at all. Like again, this is not a blame situation, but I do think having the dominant discourses in the world, especially online, be so negative does have an impact on people, sweeping them up. But yeah, if you're going through adversity in life and like being negatively impacted by that is not like anything that you should be feeling poorly about. Sometimes it be like that. But I'm glad the fact that despite going through some of those adversities, I managed to come out and still have a lot of joy and hope for the world. So shout out my family, Loki. And also on many other things, not just my family. But also the internet and online friendships, online media, art, and I don't know, many things. And also shout at me, to be honest, because I made a lot of an effort to try and get to this mindset. But I'm also glad that a lot of like the core tenet of it has kind of always managed to survive somehow, even if it wasn't nurtured very well by everything always. But yeah, I'm glad for that. Yeah, I'm glad. Well, it's like very fun. If there's a person in the world that I'm always inspired by, it's my mom, because she always is like excited to learn new things and expand her horizon. That's like very sweet. It's like she always points out whenever she's consuming any like new media that she thinks is like very considerate and positive towards queer people. She's like, hey, this thing. I mean, she's queer herself. This is not like a #ally moment, but more like a hey, we have similar experiences. Can I also look up to your mom / I'm joking? You can. I mean, she's pretty epic. Like very good at home DIY. Has a dog, has a wife, has a house. Pretty cool. But still, yippee. Yeah, the goat. Truly the goat. Boop. And the coldness today though, brr. I really gotta get. I'm glad I've already washed like all of my knitted jumpers because Jesus Christ. It was a swift turn. It was like 6 degrees today, and I was like, Jesus. I was freezing even though I had a jacket and a jumper on, so I guess I gotta get the big, like the thicker jackets out. They're already out, but you know what I mean. Lol, it was like 3 Celsius. You were like pee party, to be honest, right? Surely. I feel like you're always just like, yippee, cold. Yippee. Yes, yeah. I've just got not the best circulation ever, so yes, I will freeze very quickly. So I like winter, but I will need to wrap myself up a bit more and have like gloves and shit. Maybe a scarf on the ready. Because I really don't want to get immediately sick after I've just been sick. Yeah, so next week we'll see. I obviously have I obviously have work, and I also want to visit one of my friends either on Friday or Saturday. So one of those 2 days I won't stream either. And then I also have a orthopedist appointment at the start of the week about my back. But that should be like, that's at noon, so on that day I will do a stream. Man's become one of those little birds that buff up when they're cold. Yeah, I gotta pee overheat into some temperature increases. But also I want to try, like, I don't remember if we have any anywhere, but get those like pocket warmers that you could like press the little chip to activate, and then they become solid and heat up. Those are actually the best. A little bit annoying to re-prepare by having to cook them, but not too bad. There we go. Oh yeah, but I got like bag of snacks today, chatters. Because on the way I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have enough time to get proper breakfast or food or anything, so I grabbed what I had in the house, which is these like carrot and tomato whole grain. They don't call whole grain in English. Tasty. What is it called? I'm gonna look it up because I'm curious now. Is it really that? Okay, spelt apparently. Out of spelt. I've never had that in English, but it's kind of popular over here. To be like a healthier grain alternative to regular wheat. Oops, sorry, moved the cam. I had to Google kindergarten because my ass wants to spell it as kindergarten. Oh, with a D and a T. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a fair. Yeah, but it's made out of spelt. It's a carrot flavor. Actual bagger snack I've had it a lot of times. And then I also had a like yogurt pouch, a squeezy pouch, was nice, strawberry flavored. But that was like all I had to grab that was easily grabbable, because we didn't have any drinks in the house with a screwable lid. Just cans. That doesn't really lend itself well to being a public transport. So I got those two, and then on the way I just bought some snacks, even though it was a little expensive. So I got some M&Ms, the crunchy variety, the blue one, my favorite one, but I haven't eaten it yet, so I'll keep it for bake-off. And then I also got 2 drinks. That's the main things I got. I got a Capri Sun multivitamin drink variety, solid, and then also a Coke or some caffeine. That tidied me over nicely until I got to my mum's house, and I had a cheese wrap at my mum's house. It was good. And a chai tea. She had like this variety of chai tea that was like a chai vanilla. Very nice. Warmed you up. Good vibe. Now I'm on energy drink. That that positive caffeine boost moment. Oh, boop. Oh my god, guys, you only have 2 sections left. What do you think? Blubbers, it's almost time. We've been doing the diamond painting for so long. Let me look up when we started this. We could do it. Hapsing. Yeah, we only have half an hour and we have 2 sections left. Let me see. It's not what I want. April this year. Damn. That's crazy. A wedge. I did not realize that it was already that long ago. The pea got out here. Like, holy shit, the pea has disappeared. Take it away. Down nicely. Yep. I think tomorrow, either tomorrow or Thursday, I need to also finalize my Halloween costume for the game night on Friday, and then also like finalize what kind of snack or food I want to bring, because like my friend hosts it, who is lovely, but obviously we're all like students with not the most financial means, so I tend to want to bring like a few snacky options. And also, in terms of making something from scratch, it's the best opportunity to make anything more elaborate, because it's like a group of people as opposed to just me and my family, which my immediate family circle is pretty small. I haven't decided what, but I kind of want to go for something like spooky themed, maybe some cupcakes or something, or cookies I can decorate. I have an idea. I also still have some apples and some puff pastry, so maybe I'll do like an apple puff pastry snack. The ones I made before were really good. I think people would like them. And also I always try to find something that is transportable. Because there's certain things, if I were to make them, they would just be such a massive pain to get to my friend's house as someone who takes public transport. But alas, I haven't decided yet. I'll have time at work to research probably, because not like I'm busy every single second. But I'm gonna be so real. I hope that my overtime has already been processed and I can go home earlier or not go at all on Thursday, because having today, like last week, 3 days in a row of doing quite a lot of work, having to get up early, and then this week, because I've had this appointment scheduled longer than, like for a longer time, not longer than the supervising, but for a good while. So that means this week I'd also be having 3 days where I have to wake up at 8 AM. And I would love to only have it be 2. Or at least have one where I can just go in, like a bit later and then leave at my normal time. I.e. leave earlier, if you will. We'll see. Because obviously last week I did 3 days of work, and my contract normally I only do 2. So that extra day is entirely bonus on top of the extra hours that I was collecting on the days that I actually do work, because they were compensating for travel time as well. Yup. But we'll see how much I end up getting. Hopefully a good amount. I would love if I get like 3 days of work off. Yippee! Okay, our final guy, the triangle. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready to lock in on the final stretch? Yes. Oh, there's one missing there. That. I peep. And now, can you believe it? It's almost time. Feel strong, man. There's one missing here. Gotta get that out. It might have come off at some point. I don't think it was left originally. Go. There you go. Beep beep beep. Boop boop boop. Go. Locking in, guys. Locking. You are locked in. Go. Ready to lock in. Last little section here. -6. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Ta-da! We did it! Yes! Yes, it's done! Let's go! Yeah, from April onwards, we've been working on this. Obviously, not like every day or anything, but I feel like that's quite a good time. So it's May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months? 7 months? Six months. Pretty good. Yeah, I was like explaining to my family as well, like the value of having one of the bigger ones. These last for like so long. Yeah, let me try and give you a full look. There we go, you can see a bit of shit on the side. But there you go, there's the full the full diamond painting. There's some stickers on the side, but alas, because I was zooming in a bit. Ah, here he is. The Baba. Baba finished. With a glass and some nice cookies, everything looking nice and shiny, and you can see like this has a very nice shine to it. Yippee! Alright, I mean we would technically have 20 minutes or so to do, honestly more than 15 minutes to do some Minecraft, but I don't think we will, honestly, I think we've done a good job getting through the diamond painting and honestly a really good time. And I don't really want to boot up the server just to play like for 10 minutes to say I've played basically. But as I mentioned, I'm going to switch out the hardcore on Sunday for Noxcraft because I really want to play again. And of course we are back on Saturday doing some finishing up of demos. Let me, what was the title that I gave it? Spooky Demo Day, yeah, we got... Spooky Demo Day, yeah. That's me listening to myself. Ah, stop. We've got... one of the demos was sponsored, Paris, Transylvania. Couldn't figure out where else to fit it, honestly, and because it's just a demo, it doesn't really warrant its own stream. And then I thought we'd continue some of the demos we started that coincidentally, honestly, all have kind of a spooky kind of energy. We have Haunted Arcade, we have Bloomtown, A Different Story, and Dreamed Away. We'll see how much we end up doing on that day. I put the stream to be a little earlier at 4 PM BST, so hopefully we have enough time to get through everything. And then the Noxcraft now, not Hardcore Minecraft, Noxcraft, and Toem on Sunday, 5 PM BST. That's the streams for this week, and then next week we'll have... honestly, I don't really know yet, so I'll let you know on the weekend, because it's a little earlier in the week to really know my plans outside of streaming, which I have to then schedule everything around to make it work. But thank you so much for being here and for witnessing the end of the diamond painting, the finishing touch. I did buy a second one that is like a smaller, like cheaper, less elaborate one with a daisy and a ladybird on it. We might do that at some point, but as I mentioned, the next kind of IRL, like this kind of table view stream we're doing is the IRL art stream. That was I think a sub goal from one of the subathons at some point, or maybe a follow goal, I don't remember. But either way, it was a goal. And after that, we've got Lego, if you're wondering. Chat, let me show you before I am gone, because I do have quite a few undone kits. And I was not lying when I said quite a few, chat. The pile is big. And let me show you really quickly. I haven't decided the order or anything yet, or what I'm going to do of these on stream, if I'm going to do everything, if I'm going to do some, I haven't decided. We have this, which I got from a Blue Moderator for my birthday last year. Kind of works. That I still haven't done it, but yeah, this is a 3-in-1. Little like ocean deep sea creatures. We got a shark, crab, and there's a anglerfish, and there's a calamari or octopus. So I have this. That's unbuilt. Then I have not one. I have 2 slices of cake. Yeah, because 2 separate friends of mine gifted me a slice of cake each for the same birthday. This birthday, like my last birthday, and we thought it was really funny. So I think they were like, oh, it'd be fun as an inside joke. Every year you get another cake slice until you have a whole cake. So 2 slices of cake right here, and they're quite nice because you can open them up like this. There's a diorama here. So you could have one cake open, one cake closed. You can even make like a little ramp if you want to play with it as well. But then you have, of course, the cake closed also. So we have 2 cakes. Then this is also from my birthday last year. I have the mushroom house Minecraft one, which is pretty exciting as well. And then finally, from my birthday this year also, not also, but I basically have 2 kits from my birthday from 2023 and 3 kits from 2024. The final one being the wildflower bouquet, which doesn't even fit on camera here. Ooh. But you can see it like here, roughly. Ooh. It's the wildflower bouquet from the botanical collection that looks like, let's see if I can sort of fit this in. Looks like this, but this is upside down because the camera's upside down right now. Well, I'm holding it upside down. It wouldn't fit in the angle. This one. Yeah, so I haven't decided what exactly of these I'm gonna do on camera and what am I just gonna keep for myself. But we'll see. We'll definitely do at least one Lego stream for sure. But yeah, so the timeline is we're gonna do the IRL art stream, then we're gonna do some Lego, and then probably sometime next year I might do more diamond painting on stream. But so far I'm happy to have finished this one this year, and this was quite a big project. Yeah, thank you so much for being here and for watching the stream. Sorry we didn't end up doing any Minecraft, but just have to be a bit conscious of the fact that Bake Off starts in like 10 minutes, and I also want to still eat and have like a little rest in between. So we're watching it live. This shit live. So we could also not watch it live, but it's just kind of atmospheric to do so. Yeah, I will see you on Saturday. Have a good rest of your week, chatters. See you for those spooky vibes demos at 4 p.m. BST. I am gonna, oh that is good. I'm gonna send you to Charlotte Cool Like, who is playing Sims 1. I didn't even know you could get that to work in the modern day, so have a good time over on that wonderful stream. Charlotte's very lovely, and we haven't raided her in a while, so have a good time over there. Bye bye, take care. Bye chatters, cat kiss. Have a good rest of your week. Bye bye.